Hey guys, what's up? Hope everything is going okay. Um, it is Sunday, the 10th of January, and I'm doing an update video for you guys. Um, I'm gonna start with finished items, and the first item that I have finished is the cow neck poncho that's found in Simply Crochet. I guess because it was so popular, they actually offer this pattern. You can go through Ravelry and look it up, and they offer it. This is what it looks like out. It looks like that. So yeah, they got this big watermark on every page. Yeah, right. So you can go through Ravelry and you can find it that way, and download it. And it's a pay for a pattern. So, and if you look at the picture, you can figure it out. I regret buying it now, but so this is the poncho. Let's see. All right, and I apologize. It's kind of dark in here today, but this is the poncho and the back. I just finished putting the fringe on this morning. This is with not Red Heart. This is with Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in the black sparkle yarn. And this uses 5 skeins of the black sparkle yarn. So it's including the tassels. 5 skeins to do it as big as I did this one. And I used a K hook for this. Now I crochet tight, so I could have used a larger hook, but I think it came out pretty good. So, and I didn't follow the pattern. I started doing the pattern for the cow neck, but that front post, back post, I didn't like the way it was looking, so I switched over from front post, back post to just doing front post, and I like the way that looked a lot better. Alright, so that's finished. I can go to its new home soon. The other finished items I have, I started these yesterday and I finished them yesterday. And it don't take long, it's just a basic fingerless glove pattern. And I use size 7 needles, and I wish I had used a size 3.5 millimeter or size 4, US 4. So it would have been a little bit tighter, because this is the fingerless gloves. I just got to weave in the ends and it'll be done. But for all intents and purposes, it's finished. And those are one of my tithings. I call it stuff that I make and give to people. I consider that my tithing. Okay, that's how I tithe. All right, that's me. How I tithe. You can tithe the way you want to tithe. This is how I tithe. I make stuff out of yarn that I purchase, and I give that item to the person. And I do this all year long. I don't know how much stuff I give away every year, be it fingerless gloves, a hat, a scarf, yarn that I spun myself, hand spun yarn. So that is how I tie it. Okay. Now every year I do a pay it forward. I talked to you guys about this before. So this year pay it forward, the items that I've already finished. Let me see. I did 8. Let me look at Facebook real quick, guys. I'm sorry, I should have wrote this down. I'm not sure what's going on with the internet right here today. The kids drive me crazy. Bear with me, bear with me. I'm almost there. Everything's Facebook slow today. And so I just dropped the internet connection. I don't know what the kids were doing downstairs. So so one person wanted a hat. So I did a hat for them using grape. It's Red Heart Grape. That's the colorway. It's not showing up as purple as it actually is. But this pattern is the camel stitch pattern by Margaret Oleander of Sheepishly Sharing here on YouTube. And I'll put a link to the pattern for you guys. And it's very easy to do. I didn't know it was called a camel stitch. I've done this before. For stuff. For patterns. For a bag. I actually did a bag using this pattern before. This is what one side of it looks like, and this is what the other side looks like. I prefer this side of the pattern, but it's a very easy pattern and quick project. So I finished this hat, and then another person wanted a water bottle cozy. So I finished the water bottle cozy, and I used the rest of the grape yarn. And I had this, it feels like Hobby Lobby yarn. I'm not sure what, because there was no label. I lost the label, so I'm not sure. But it looks real good with this. And this has purples in it and violets in it and some dark blue, dark purple in it. It's a very spring-like colorway. So yeah, so that's another one of my pay it forwards that's finished. Alright, and that moves us on into the yarn that I chose for people who wanted hand spun as their pay it forward. You had an option of a hat, a scarf, or hand spun. But one person chose, instead of a hat, they wanted one of the water bottle cozies. So that's why I made the water bottle cozy. And the thing about doing the pay it forward is this is stash yarn that I use for these projects, and it's acrylic yarn that I use for this project to try to get the acrylic out of my stash. And I do not buy yarn for the pay it forward. That defeats the purpose of trying to use stash yarn to get it out of my inventory, so to speak. So this is some of the yarns that I chose to use as some of the hand spun for the people who wanted hand spun. I chose remnant skeins for each one of the people who wanted yarn. Now one person already got her yarn, and because I was at her house last night, so that's why she has her yarn. And hers was a pole from Dragonfly Fibers. But this is an alpaca, and it's natural color alpaca. So that peachy color is an actual color from an alpaca. It's almost a rosy peachy color. And then this is alpaca, and this is spun a lot tighter. And both of these are fingering. All of these are fingering to heavy fingering. So, yeah, so these are the ones I'm going to be mailing out to the other people who want hand spun. And that's pretty much it for the pay it forward. I just got to do one more hat. The person asked for a cabled hat. That's not going to happen right now because I got things that I want to do for me. I spent so much time last year doing stuff for other people that I still didn't get around to doing stuff for me. So I'm definitely going to be doing stuff for me this year. And I'm just going to have to tell people no. Because I don't have time to do cable hats right now. Because there's a couple of shawls I want to make. There's a sweater I want to make. Socks. I want to make more handmade socks for me. and I want to get back into spinning. So I have to, it's a pay it forward, it's me giving back. So you have to accept what I'm giving as your pay it forward gift. The closest I could come to the color that person asked for is for pink. So I found some. This is the rest of that. What is it? Mary Maxim. It's from a Mary Maxim kit for a baby blanket. But I've been making baby cocoons. One, they say you don't have to have as much yarn to make a baby cocoon. Two, you can make just as pretty pattern, lacy, if you want to use lace or textured pattern, as you could if you knit the blanket flat. And three, it's a lot faster. You don't have to worry about ends getting caught in corridors. You don't have to worry about ends dragging on the ground. You don't have to worry about dropping the blanket while because the baby's in the blanket by using the cocoon. And if you make it with a stretchy pattern, then the baby it can kind of grow with the baby for a while too. So that's why I've moved to doing baby cocoons a lot more so than making blankets. Now, if someone requests like a star blanket or something like that, then yeah, I might do it. But other than that, I'm doing cocoons, and that's just that. But so this is the yarn that I'm going to be using for that hat. Like I said, it won't be cabled, so I'm gonna actually do a camel stitch hat that Margaret put the pattern out for, because it was so fast and so easy, and it's still, you have two size ways you can wear that hat, and it looked real nice. All right, so the next pay it forward project I'm working on is a hat. Still working on a hat. That's where I'm at now. It's the 4x4 rib, and it's in carrot colored yarn from Rare Heart Super Saver, and that's the last pay it forward project. So basically I got 2 hats to do for pay it forward, and I'm done with pay it forward. Upcoming projects, I have to do a pair of fingerless gloves, and I love this yarn, and the colorway is golden purple, which is the Laker colorway. So I gotta do a pair of fingerless gloves in that. And you want it gold, purple, and white, but it's gonna be golden purple. And that's it. That is pretty much all that's going on right now with me. I still haven't gotten around to doing any spinning, and once I finish these 2 hats, my next thing is going to be to spin something as a cleanser, and then I will move on into doing things that I want to do. So what's some of the things that I want to do this year? My 2016 crafting goals. I want to knit 1 or 2 sweaters. 1 sweater for me, 1 for my husband. So, but definitely 1 for me. Okay. I want to do 3 crochet tops, and I have the yarn already. It's a wool cotton blend, or is it cotton? I can't remember. But I got it from my local yarn shop, and it's in just simple colors and simple patterns. I don't need anything fancy with cables and that stuff, but this is just something simple that I can wear to work with some of my dress pants. That's it. So I put on 3 crochet tops and 3 knit tops. There's 3 knit tops that I want to do. One of them is the boxy top. One is the is it called Buttercup? It's yellow. It's called Butter something, I think. And then the other one is, I'll have to look and see if I can find some. I want to do 3 crochet pencil skirts, and let's see, and I want to try and do a couple of knit skirts. This is for work. This is to augment my work wardrobe, and I'm gonna be using cotton. I have like a couple for cotton and a couple with wool, so I have some skirts to wear during cold weather. So I'm trying to augment my work wardrobe with some handmade items that are nice looking. So I want to knit me 2 shawls. One of them is a Lady of Devonshire shawl by Kay Jones, and the other shawl, I haven't picked it out yet. And I have tons of shawl patterns. I bought Rami, what is it name? Mary something Romney. You guys know what I'm talking about. I bought her patterns from a couple of like 2 years ago. So I had like 7 shawl patterns. I also have some of the nice lacy shawl patterns from Blue Knits, and then I have books as well. That's another thing I want to do is I want to make things in some of my books and stuff, and use some of the patterns that I've already purchased. Um, and I haven't bought. I buy yarn that I like the yarn. I don't have a pattern for the yarn in mind when I buy yarn or when I spin yarn. I'm spinning just to be spinning. I don't have any pattern that I'm spinning for. So one of the things I want to do is I want to be more mindful this year, and I want to shop my stash. I did pretty good shopping my stash when I made stuff last year. The only thing that screws me up is this time of the year when it gets back into basketball and football season. People want things in their team colors, and because you don't know if they're woolworthy or not, I always buy the acrylic per order to make them their items in their team colors. So I always end up with these little bits and pieces left over. One way I got rid of a bunch of that stuff was I made a bunch. I made over 30 of these water bottle cozies. And some of the guys actually use them for their beer. It says perfect for beer. You don't have to use a coaster. It absorbs all the water. Hey, more power to you. So I use up a lot of little bits and pieces just making water bottle cozies. And you could use like mix and match colors. It was fun. And it was nice to have like the different, like putting the different colors together for the different water bottle cozies. So everybody really enjoyed those. The rest of the ones that were left over I gave to my friend Ashley, and she gave it to her daughter. So her daughter Kimi is supposed to be using it to practice knitting and to make little small things like little cloths, I guess little bedding things for her pet hedgehog. So that's one of the things I want to be more mindful and shop my stash. And if I don't have it in my stash, then I should spend for it. Don't you think I should spend for it? So I should spend for it. So that's one of the things. Okay. My goal for hand spun for spinning this year is to spin 40 plus skeins of yarn this year. I can. It's no hardship for me spending 40 yarn. I actually should have made it more because that's not hard for me to do at all. Because I have 10 bobbins, I always fill up the 9 bobbins. So you imagine me doing 9 bobbins every 2 weeks. I would, if I could just spin the way I used to spin and when I want to spin, then yes, that was definitely what would happen. So my goal, my minimum is 40 skeins of hand spun this year. But it will be mindful spinning. So I have to have a project for that hand spun. Okay, I'm not trying. I have that giant bin back there full of hand spun. All right, my other goal is, since my husband hasn't put not one thing in the Etsy shop yet, I have to depend on myself. So I really have to find a way to make myself do the business side of my spinning, which is put the hand spun in on an Etsy shop or somewhere where people can see it and say, okay, I want to buy that. I'm not one of those people who put everything on Ravelry, and I don't want to put everything on Ravelry. I prefer to put it in one place, and that's the place they go and they get it. So yeah. So 2 of the crochet shawls I want to do is, well, one of them is the virus shawl. So I want to do the virus shawl. And if I really enjoy the process of doing that pattern, then I'll probably do more virus shawls instead of another crochet shawl. And let's see. And that's pretty much it as far as, crafting some of the things that I want to do this year. Yep, that's pretty much it. So I can, let's see, check you off, check you off, check you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So Only thing that's outstanding is the 2 hats. Everything else is just ready to go. I just gotta mail it to him and drop it off to him at yard for breakfast for to pay it forward. And that is pretty much all that is going on right now. I did organize a little bit my yarn. All my acrylic is in that second bin now. All that bin is different acrylics. So yeah. And yeah, Christmas stockings. I gotta do the Christmas stockings. I forgot about that. So I gotta do a couple of Christmas stockings because my husband want me to make some Christmas stockings. I don't know if I'm gonna do a crochet pattern or a knit pattern. But he bought the yarn for it, so I gotta make that. And also there's like some I wanna use my James C. Brett yarn that Jan Carruthers sent me. So I wanna make I'm thinking I'm gonna do one of those cow neck shawls out of that James C. Brett yarn. That way I can get the most bang for my buck with the poncho using the James C. Brett yarn. And then we're gonna, after I use James C. Brett up, then I'm gonna start working on making some more of those, because those things eat up a lot of yarn, guys. Those ponchos use up a lot of yarn. You can do variations of the pattern. I've seen patterns where they're actually doing like half double crochet for the entire poncho. You can do basket weave stitch. There's a lot of different ways you can do ponchos and put texture in them and stuff, and they eat up so many wool. So yeah, and I still have a star baby blanket I gotta do for a little boy. So I still gotta do that. I almost forgot about that. So that's it. I'm gonna let you guys go. I really I'm doing a lot better. I still have days where, you know, when I get in the car and he's not there to say have a good day at work. I mean, he doesn't say it. He was a dog, but you know what I mean. And then when I get home, he's not there saying welcome home, feed me, and talk to me and stuff. So I still have some. You still have some days where you really say it, because that person is, and they're not like a human being person, but you understand what I'm saying. I know that a lot of people out there have little snarky snide comments and stuff, but 10 years is a long time to have anything in your life, be it a human being, a dog, a cat, a goldfish, okay? And you develop, if you're a human with compassion and feeling, you develop feelings for your pets. They're part of your family. And so yeah, let's start talking about it. We get teary-eyed. But yeah. So I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. So it's gonna take a while to get over it. And you don't really get over it, but you know, to be able to just deal with it on a day-to-day basis. And I really think that is it. I don't really have a rant or the world according to Juanita today. I mean, there's stuff I could talk about that's going on, but I just don't feel like it, because I feel like it's stupid. It's stupid stuff going on in this world, and people are doing all these ignorant things just to hurt people and be nasty to people, and it's just sad and stupid, and you don't see stuff like that happening in some countries because they do have very strict gun control laws. I guess I am going into it. They have very strict gun control laws, very strict penalties if you get caught with a gun or a weapon, and you haven't gone through the proper procedures to have one. This country is to me is as when this country was the Wild Wild West, when it was, you know, dog eat dog, when it was, you know, man versus nature, man versus man, because man decided man was going to take what the other man had and didn't want to pay for it or fairly acquire it. just because they were who they were, they thought it automatically was theirs. So that's what this country was built on, a way for them to protect themselves, to kill others so they could take what they wanted, however you want to look at it. But in this day and age, the laws need to be amended. The laws need to be changed. It is too easy for anybody to get on. There are too many guns out there already. I mean, when you got somebody that got an arsenal of over 10,000 guns, that's a problem. That's something ain't right with that person. That's worse. That's like a hoarder gone serious hoarding. I mean, that's enough. The 10,000 guns, 10,000 people, that's a small militia. You see what I'm saying? And this country is not about that. It's not supposed to be about that. Okay? That's just abuse into itself. Every time you turn on the news, somebody is shooting somebody. Somebody's killing somebody. Somebody is killing their whole family. Why? We don't know, because they kill themselves. My thing is this. If you are depressed, if you are upset, and you want to end your life, go end your life. Go off in the woods somewhere and end your life. Leave your family out of it. Your children, your wife. They don't want to go with you. Leave them out of it. You go do you. And you let everybody else alone. Because once that life is gone, it can't be brought back. Ain't no miraculously, like video games, respawn. Go talk to the spirit healer and respawn. Log off and log back in. That's not going to happen. So, if you're going to kill yourself, just kill yourself. That's how I feel about that. In truth, you should be trying to go get some help for yourself. Go get yourself locked up in a psych ward somewhere and work yourself through your problems. Okay? That's what you should do. But these people don't do that. They don't want to go talk to nobody. They already made up their mind what they're going to do. But they need to take a step back and leave your family out of it. Leave your children out of it. Them kids ain't never did nothing to nobody. They just children. They ain't even had a chance to even finish elementary school. What we've been seeing on the news lately. It's ridiculous. Leave the children out of it. And these women, young girls and grown-ass women, out there getting pregnant, throwing these babies away like they a piece of toilet paper. What's wrong with you? Take the child to the police station. Take the child to a hospital. Take the child to a church. There are lots of people out there who want that child, want to love that child, would gladly be a parent to that child. You don't take them and that child, especially if it's a baby. It will be adopted so fast it'll make your head spin. And only time it wouldn't be is if because it has medical conditions that even with the adoption, that family can't afford for all the medical care that child would need. Which is, this country is stupid how much it costs for someone to adopt. Now, I know people say it's cheaper if you're in a foster care system. But still, that's a lot of money to adopt a child. That's money that could be used for the care of that child. Scholarship money. When the child gets sick, money to buy medicine, It should not cost that much to adopt a child. Okay? Something needs to be done about that, because you got places getting rich from adoptions. It shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that. It should not be that hard for a decent vetted family to adopt a child. But yeah, if you don't want the child, please take the child somewhere safe. Don't dump the child off in a church and think that's empty and no one saw you come in and there's no one around. Don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure you put that child in a highly trafficked area where someone's going to see that child within minutes of you leaving that child there. And better yet, just walk into the police station and tell them, I'm surrendering my child and this is why. Okay? That's, let me all. So, those are some of the things that's been upsetting me that I see on the news lately. The gun thing upsets me. I don't care if you have a gun. That's your business. I care when your child can get hold of your gun and shoot their playmate or shoot themselves and kill themselves or kill one of their siblings. I got a problem with that. If you're a felon, I got a problem with you having a gun because you're not supposed to have one. And then half the time you think these people have these guns and they think it's some kind of status symbol when they're taking pictures with them and all this other stuff. And the little kids growing up seeing them handling guns irresponsibly, and then they want to mimic. And so they know where the parent hid the gun at. They know where it's at. They go get the gun trying to do what the parent was doing, and then they end up killing somebody or killing themselves. So, yeah, I got a problem with that. I got a problem, with it overall. Because it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous what's going on in this country and in the world right now. It's ridiculous. All this killing and murder is just ridiculous. And people talking it's the end days, it's the end days. And then don't let me get me started on Trump. I don't understand how somebody who is such a hate monger could even be given TV time to be saying the things this person is saying on air. It's ridiculous that it's being allowed. Period. They make you bleep out stuff on music. They bleep it out on certain television programs that's supposed to be live and raw. They bleep it out, but they don't bleep out this idiot. And I hope every country in the world bans him, because this fool is straight up trying to start World War III. So, I'm going to go now. It's been 31 minutes, and I got videos to watch that other people have put up, and I got fingerless gloves to make, and 2 hats to make. So, guys, you take care. I will hope to have another video when I finish these fingerless gloves before I give them to the person. And when I finish these hats, I'll try and get a short video up for you guys. And then after that, I will be spinning. Spinning. Can't wait. First, I need to apply. I need to free up my bobbins. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Take care. I'll see you probably both the hats and the gloves. Probably Wednesday or Thursday. I'll do a short video before I give these things to the people. And you guys take care.